Hello my dudes, this is Karima with another God of War video. This time a return to God of War with the release of New Game Plus and all the benefits that came from that update and the respective patch. Just a quick look around on what I'm using. As of right now, you can see I'm all the way upgraded to level 10. This is one of the upgrades that came with the patch. The new level cap is now 10. Both Kratos and his enemies have increased level caps, and you can convert your level 9 equipment into new place versions, although they do not change their looks, just the stats. Now, I'm currently using the Leviathan Axe with the Furious Maul, as per usual, the Blades of Chaos with the Deadly Obsidian handles, and the Drop Me Spear with the Hint of the Four Winds. The shield, as usual, is the Dauntless Shield, because I love to parry, and the Round of Disruption for those elemental storms that you get from interrupting blue ringed attacks, and parrying. Spartan Rage, I'm using Valor because of the respective amulets I'm using, and the relic I'm using the Hilt of Offwood. Now, this is my setup for in-game play. I currently have 532 strength, 900 defense, 256 runic, vitality at 21, cooldown at 83, and luck at 157. It's not a definite setup. This is just something I'm using because a New Game Plus on God of War difficulty can be very tough. You can die quite quickly. And when I say quickly, you can easily get one shot by a red attack if you don't have enough defense or, on the other hand, enough vitality. I choose to go with defense. Keep in mind, however, for my armor, I'm using the Steinboard complete set, which there's a video about this on the channel, what it does and what it is good for. However, I do tend to change this into my destroyer build quite frequently. However, this video is not really about my build. It's more about the benefits you get from the update. One of the things you get is access to the Cloak of the Black Bear, which is quite sexy. Gives you a boost to strength, defense, and cooldown. It also increases immunity duration while evading, and last second evades fire a volley of Bifrost shards. It's funny to use. I have tried it, but I would rather go with something else for New Game Plus. Another available set is the set of Sparta, which basically turns you into a naked version of Kratos. Doesn't have any perks or any benefits. It just makes the game even harder if you are into that kind of thing. Also, one more thing you have access to is this one, the Cuirass of Ares. Now the Ares armor is back, and this one allows you a boost of rage. Hits have a luck chance to drop a health stone, and health stone now also grant rage, and all stones trigger bigger explosions. This one will increase your strength, defense, vitality, and luck, which might be fun to build around. I haven't just done it just yet, as I'm still going through the game in New Game Plus. As you can see behind me, I'm at the crater exploring. Other things that you have access to is a new shield. You can now craft the Spartan Aspis, which gives you a much smaller parry window, but with special stronger counters. As you can see by the video, the counters that you get with this shield are even stronger. As for the Ronds, there's nothing new. They are all the same except for the Rond of Sparta, of course, which again gives you nothing at all. It's a level 1. It has no boosts to your stats or any special effects. If you want to try it and make your life harder for the challenge, go for it. As for the bows, no changes. They are all the same. As for the amulets, now, to check the amulet, I actually have to go onto my armor. Now, I haven't seen this mentioned before, but we have new amulets. Not only the ones that can be crafted, which I'll show you in a minute, but the ones that you get from killing berserkers. Now, every time you kill a berserker in New Game Plus, you get one of these very special amulets. Enchantments for the amulet, I mean. One of them is the Manvit, which boosts both runic and cooldown by 20. Vald, which increases strength by 5 and cooldown by 30. Liftagar, which increases defense by 5, vitality by 30. And you get the point. Most of them will have one of them giving you a boost of 30 and a boost of 5 to another stat. Now, I haven't collected all of them. I haven't defeated all berserkers just yet. As I said, I'm going through the game as per usual, still using my favorite combination as previously. But also another thing you can get from the New Game Plus update patch is these badges that you can craft with gilded coins. Now, you get gilded coins by upgrading your pieces of gear to 9 plus stats. And these are more of an enchantment that will give you a boost from other pieces of armor. So you get, or shield runs. You get the badge of absorption, badge of restoration, Mani's engraving, Vidar's engraving, and so on. So, for example, this one is from Vidar's armor set. Combo finishers have high luck chance to increase Kratos' strength and stagger resistance for a duration. So you get all of these from gilded coins that you get, as I explained earlier, from upgrading your armor. Also, you get the burden. The burden forms of enchantments, which are basically for increased challenge when you play. And instead of giving you a boost, this will give you penalties. Like, for example, this one, the Burden of Evasion, dodge rolling by double tapping X inflicts a frost status effect on Kratos. So you will be slowed and covered in frost. Burden of Guard now takes damage and loses rage when block broken by yellow ring attacks. All of these are to increase the challenging of New Game Plus. You are free to try. I haven't tried them just yet. As I've just explained, I'm still going through New Game Plus. And I'm playing on God of War difficulty. So yeah, it is a bit challenging on itself. There are no new accessories, and the accessories that you have for both Atreus and Freya cannot be upgraded past level 3. That remains the same. As for resources, you can craft everything now that you are probably going to need to fully upgrade your armor sets to +9. Even the new ones, you get access to them at least by the time you reach the crater, as I just did. They became available for crafting as well. Another thing that you get from the New Game Plus patch and the respective update is you now have access to a different color mode. If you go on to settings and you go on to graphics and camera, I believe, yeah, there you go, you get black and white mode. You can switch it on and off. I'm just going to switch it on for you guys to see. Gives you a cinematic feeling to your God of War experience if you are into that. I rather play with normal color, to be honest, as I like to see the colors of everything that I'm using. Now, on top of the armors I have just shown, you also get the Zeus armor set, which I don't have just yet, because to acquire this one you have to defeat Gna, the Valkyrie Queen, and complete certain remnants of Asgard on a New Game Plus save file. As for the armor appearances, they have now new color combinations, and you have also access to this at the blacksmith, at the dwarves, where you can have even more awesomely looking appearances to your armors. This one, for example, looks quite cool with the luminescence effect. They are all quite cool. I haven't used any as of yet because I'm just going through the game, as I said previously. Of course, I mentioned the new enchantments. and the new enchantments you can get for the from the berserkers. Another thing I want to show you guys, sorry I pressed the wrong button there, is on your skills. Now your skills have damage plus or stun plus version of them. I have updated some of them. I haven't done this one, for example, which I'm going to increase the damage. But now you have a second upgrade, which you can do an increased version of the skill. As you can see, for example, I've got everything else at increased effect. As you can see here, this one is actually missing, but I don't have enough experience for the time being. But you get these for all across your skills. Unfortunately, Atreus and Freya remain unchanged. As for more benefits you get from the New Game Plus update, you also have an expanded Niflheim Arena, which I could show you on the map, but you can test it out as yourself, where you can play as either Kratos or Atreus, and you can choose different companions. You can choose Freya, Brock, Sindri, Angrboda, Ingrid, Thor, and even Thrud. As for end game bosses and other features that have changed, I can tell you that some of the berserkers and some of other end game bosses have different attacks. Now for the berserkers, they have explosions when they land. When they do jumping attacks towards you, which are unblockable and unparryable, they have the red circle around them. When they land, they also trigger explosions on the floor. And this is another one of the perks of New Game Plus. You can still get to change your difficulty at any point in time if you find New Game Plus is too hard for you to complete on New Game Plus. I have found it challenging. I wouldn't say it's hard. I've been doing quite okay. I've killed most of the berserkers flawless. The only one I actually struggled was the trio of berserkers. I was doing quite well, but then I got hit and I didn't feel like repeating the whole thing, so I just killed them. But yeah, it's a good. I would say it's good to come back to God of War, and I appreciate New Game Plus now being a thing, and the increased challenge by having certain bosses have. I wouldn't call it new move sets. They are not new. They're just like upgraded versions of their move sets, and that's basically it. There are of course some bug fixes and some in-game changes that happened with both the patches and the actual patch that was released yesterday or today for the version 4.001. But yeah, that's basically it. There will be more videos coming soon enough of me testing different builds. As soon as I get my hands on the Zeus armor, I'll be trying that one out as well. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. If you have any ideas that you want to share or any challenges that you would like to point out for me to come and complete these on the channel, feel free to do so in the comments down below. If you haven't done it just yet, now would be a good time to subscribe for more news and updates, and also for the incoming builds I will be making with the new armor sets and combinations of the new enchantments that now allow you to have access to a lot of different things. And I'll see you guys soon enough. Thank you so much for watching, and you guys have a great day. Cheerio.